Hey guys, so it is the night before deer season. Rifle starts tomorrow, so I'm getting all my stuff packed up. Lunch made. Got to be out of here about 5 tomorrow. Guns all oiled, all my stuff, my gear is in my bag. I want to show you guys something funny that I found here in my gun cabinet. So I've got my grandfather left me this cabinet, and every gun and everything in here, all the knives, he sold to me. I was probably a teenager, probably about 18, and he said, "I'll make you a deal, son. I'll sell you all the guns and the cabinet and everything for $300. He didn't need or want the $300, but it was just a transaction to be made, right? So I said, sure, okay. I had already purchased one rifle of my own. He said, keep it here with the other ones. He said, the only deal is that you have to leave your guns here at my house as long as I'm alive. So if I want to go hunting, if I want to jump on the four-wheeler, go partridge hunting, or if I want to go for moose or deer, there's a gun here for me. I said, okay, and that worked out fantastically for the next 20-some years. But now I've moved it here to my house, obviously, in the last 5 or 6 years, and Papa Mike's knives are here in the door, and I never really looked at them. There's some very good finished knives in here, and I pulled one out. I had a good laugh, because here's one of his old skinning knives, and it's got the string on the end holding it in place, and I just thought, oh, I'll check them all for sharpness, and I'll tell you, they are razor sharp. They were all last sharpened by Papa Mike. I haven't used any of them. But when I pulled this knife out, I had to laugh because I'll flip you guys around and show you. He always put his name on everything. And there's Papa Mike putting his name on there. He never put Mike on anything. He always put mine. This here isn't one of them fancy Nancy Pantsy hunting outfits. Let me just finish getting geared up here and we'll talk about it. Killing deer is serious business. Alright. No, I just opened the garage. Hear the geese? Even they're like, screw this. Calling for possibility of snow this afternoon. Right now it's raining. Well, actually, I can see it already is kind of a slushy snow. Can't complain. Deer season is here. Day one. Let's do this. Grant and Dad are behind me. Well, I should be able to see if there's any tracks here on the road with this nice little skiff of snow on here. That's about the only thing it's good for. Again, it's another one of those years where nobody's done any pre-scouting. We just have our 10 spots that we pretty much rotate through. We've been doing that for 40 years, so it's kind of a bad way to do it because now we spend the first few days finding where are the deer. But that's the way it rolls in this hunt club. Yeah.
Takes the road and comes up and just walking, just keeping ahead of you because it heard you coming, heard me coming.
Yeah, right here. We'll hunt this hill today.
You got enough nets? We want another pair.
What'd you find?
Had a Trigger's old toy. I think it was a duck or something. A fawn call.
Well, Trigger can help us find one this year. Nothing moving. Just the steady pitter-patter of rain in my ears. I haven't seen a track yet. Well, I've crossed the entire mountain. No sign, no tracks, no nothing. Doesn't mean that there couldn't be something here down on the low side over here, so Dad's down there somewhere in front of me. Down in there somewhere. Maybe quarter mile, half a mile. Okay, here we go. First deer sign I've seen. And it's not on top of the snow, it's under the snow. Well, I'm not really sure where I am. I came off that hill in the wrong place, down in a valley, and it's so dirty and swampy in there. I'm probably about, I don't know, half a mile off of where I'm supposed to be. I've actually had to pull out the GPS and take my best guess as to where I left Dad, put a marker, and away we go. So even somebody like myself who's been hunting this area for 20 years, it's so thick now, it's so overgrown. I can still get not really turned around, but I still know directions and stuff, but it's hard on a cloudy day to pick something and follow the sun. You know, you gotta basically pick the tallest tree out there and walk towards it and then change course. When you get there, check your GPS again. And it's all because I was too lazy to climb back up the big hill, but it probably would have been better because it's very wet. Oh, it's so thick in here. I've got no choice, I just gotta keep going. Without killing myself. You guys see what I see right there? Oh. Thank God. That was a slog. Now I gotta walk about a mile back up to the truck. Nobody's been down here. Dad didn't walk the road anyway. I won't let him feed me any stories about him checking the road for tracks. I just turned the camera off and a deer took off right there. Maybe 30, 40 yards in there, I hear crash, smash, crash. I haven't seen any tracks down here. I guess I was talking to you guys, you heard me talking. I'm not going in there after it, so that's okay. I just walked through 3/4 of a mile of that stuff and it is nasty. That's why they're in there. I'm gonna pick an easier spot for this afternoon, that's for sure. Well, the old man's still on his watch, so I gotta give him a little bit of credit. I'm late. I'm probably 40 minutes late. He's hungry this year. He wants a deer, I can tell. He didn't make his way back to the truck. Nothing?
There was a few old tracks right there, but there was a wolf track here too.
Oh, I just put one in the bush, but I came down on the road and it was on the other side of the road. I heard something take off. But it's thick, it's nasty in there. I just walked 3/4 of a mile.
Where did he come farther down than where I was?
I didn't see any tracks crossing the road. So it was probably just standing off the road. When I came out on the road, I pulled my camera out and started talking, and then I heard crash, smash, thump, thump, thump. All right, off we go to a new area. Try something a little more open for this afternoon. Dad asked me if I want to park the truck and just travel with him and Grant, but then I said, you know what's Harve gonna do? Hey, Harve? So you guys are gonna go check out a couple roads further back?
I guess so. What are you gonna do? Just stay in here a couple hours and head her out, or what? Hey?
Gonna sit here for a bit, find a spot where I can see down in there and go from there. Well, I can tell you there's been nothing moving here for at least 20 minutes. Oh, the sound of the rain on the roof of my truck, just enough to put a guy to sleep. Again. Everything in this pack is soaked except one thing. Too old and too smart not to put the tickets in a plastic bag. You learn after 35 years. So much hazel brush and willow in there. It's grown up over the last few years since they cut it. You pretty much need to sit here with binos or a spotting scope and watch that back ridge line, because you can't see. I mean, even though it's only 150, 200 yards out there, you can't see. You know, if there was a deer moving along, poking along through there, you wouldn't see it, I don't think. The rain doesn't help today either. But this is a great spot. This is the same road that Dad and I, the only shots that we got off last year were on this road right here. No, I'm not gonna just sit here and eat in front of you guys. You guys want some chips? What? Nothing else to do but sit here and eat. Ooh. Just got a shiver. Did I mention my underwear's wet? Everything, every layer I'm wearing is wet right now. Yeah, I'm not much into road hunting, but because we've already drove the 60 kilometers out here, I might as well take a bit of an opportunity to scout some of these trails and just see, is there any tracks? There's still a bit of snow back here. It's not going to be around for much longer, but you know, maybe I can find the area that we want to start tomorrow. If I could find some fresh tracks here somewhere. So you can see there is still a bit of snow along the sides. I can check there. I don't know, I was just driving by that road there and Harve says we gotta go check it out, so I guess I better go check it out. Change the plan here. Follow the raven? All right. Nothing?
I let him off down the road. He was going to sit in there. I'm going to meet him back here at 1:30.
It's just that crappy of a day. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow for day 2.